Hey bakers, this is Margaret with Desserts and Delicious. Let's make these summer themed cookies. So I have my cookies already baked and cool. And as usual, I like to use a stencil. And these I created in Cricut, which makes life so much easier. So now we're going to start with the sun. So this is the face for my sun cookie. So I'm just going to lay that down on the fondant that I've already rolled out. I've added just a tiny bit of shortening on the back so it sticks to the fondant. And now I'm going to come in with the Walmart cookie icing. And I'm just going to put a little bit on top of the stencil. And then come back in with my tool to scrape off much of the icing, which allows it to dry a lot faster. I'm going to remove the stencil. And there we have our face for our sun cookies. Now I'm going to take my cookie cutter and go ahead and remove that piece from the fondant. And I've already added on some corn syrup to my cookies. So I like using corn syrup instead of water. So I'm just going to add that on to my cookie and just spread it out just a little bit, being careful not to mess up the face, and there you go. And I also added some little pink dots. Okay, now we're going to show you the sunglasses. So again, I rolled out my fondant. I put a little bit of shortening on the back of my stencil, and I'm coming back in with the black cookie icing from Walmart, and I'm going to rub that in. I'm going to continue to rub that in until it's fully covered. I need to add just a little bit more, just to make sure, again, it is fully covered before I lift it. And now I'm going to lift off the stencil. And there we have the insert for my cookie, my sunglass cookies. So I'm going to move this a little bit closer so you can see that I'm cutting out that portion. And as you can see, the orange is the frame of the cookie. So I'm going to pick that up so slightly, and then add that onto my cookie. Again, I do use corn syrup to attach my fondant pieces here. And I'm going to sit this aside while it dries, and we're going to come back to that. Now, while those are drying, my sunglasses, I'm going to come in with the flower stencil I created in Cricut. And now I'm going to use the white cookie icing. Now we're going to make our flip-flops. To give it a Hawaiian theme, I chose these flowers to display on the cookie. Okay, I rubbed that in, and now we're going to remove that cookie stencil. There we have it. And I'm going to come in with my flip-flop cookie cutter and cut out the pieces that I am needing. And I'm going to alternate the colors here for my flip-flops, just like I did with the sunglasses, as you can see up at the top. Again, I'm going to add this on, and it's a perfect fit onto my cookie. Now, since the sunglasses have had time to dry, I'm just going to come back in just to give it some dimension and add this little white strip. And now we're going to go back to our flip-flops since the flowers had time to dry, and put in our little thong piece on our flip-flop. And that's so simple. You should definitely try this. And here's the full collection of my summer-themed cookies. Thanks for watching, and click to subscribe.